Hey everybody, Debbie Starr here. I wanted to jump in here and just give you a very quick 10,000 foot view of a tool that you're seeing a lot of people use. Now, it's a program that is white labeled under a lot of different company names. The base foundation program is called Go HighLevel. A lot of people know this program and they're using it through Funnel Gorgeous. Another program is the Rainmaker, Frank Kern's Rainmaker. There's lots of different programs out there that are using this base program. And I wanted to just give you a very quick overview of how this works. So the first point that I'm going to make is, what is it? It's what we call an all-in-one marketing program. So if you need to build funnels, if you need a website, it's perfect for that. Just recently, Go HighLevel released the capability to create blogs. And then they also have what we call the membership/course area. So those three things there are kind of the main engine of this program that people are using. Now, right now, we are viewing over here on the far left is kind of the inventory or the menu, so to speak, of everything you want to go to. And right here under sites, that's what we're looking at. And when you click on that, then notice up here at the top, you can click on to funnels, which is what we're on right here, websites, blogs, memberships. Okay. How do you use the funnel? Super easy. When you click on these things, you can, might not let me do this because I'm trying to write on the screen. So let me just turn this off here for a quick second. So when you create your funnel, it's just like any of the other funnel marketing programs. You can create as many pages or steps as you want. So here's just a splash page or a landing page that I've created. And then it takes you to a checkout page, takes you to the confirmation page, and you can have multiple pages. Very sophisticated website builder or funnel builder in the sense of the different things that you can add into this. Depending on which company maybe that has white labeled this, you have access maybe to all of their templates and supports and things like that. So that's everything that under the sites here when we go to the funnels. Same thing with your website. If you wanted to create your website, you just create it like you would on WordPress or Show It or any of these other places. With memberships, there's something called offers, and basically it's just a little mini checkout page. And then under products, it's kind of a confusing word, I think, but products is where you actually build your course. So here's a little mini course on just getting started with Funnel Gorgeous, aka Go HighLevel. You just build your course and then you can give access to it. So again, that's everything over here under sites. Now remember, I said that building the funnels, websites, membership is probably the main area that people utilize. So what's the next thing that people like to use? And I call it the automations. Now, the automation is where it becomes very powerful because automation is basically the if-then statement. So take a look at what you're doing in your current situation. And if you can say it, then you probably can automate it. So let me give you a good example. If somebody opts in, let me turn this off here again. If somebody opts into your funnel, for instance, and here's the landing page and they decide to buy, they end up on the checkout page. What do you need to happen? What do you need to automatically happen on the back end? If they purchase X, then do XYZ. All right. So that's what the automations do. So if we come to automations, I like to create, excuse me, folders so that I can kind of keep track. So I have some kind of sophisticated things happening with some Black Friday sale automations. So all of these are just kind of mini steps. You can build these automations as deep as you want to go. So let's just take a quick peek at one of them here. This automation, if somebody happens to purchase a little product that I have called Fire Up Your Funnel, you always need what we call a trigger or a starting point. So the starting point is if somebody fills out that order form, then do A, B, and C. So I'm not going to get into the details here, but just as a quick overview, I'm tagging so I know what people purchased. I send out that welcome email. I give them access to that membership, and we're good to go. So on the workflows, again, you can make them as complicated or as simple as you want. This is a super simple little automation here. Basically, if somebody buys my bump product, then I just tag them. Now you can chain these automations together. Again, the sky's the limit. If you can basically write it on a napkin, if this happens, do this, then do this, do this. Why do we want these automations? Is because this is what enables you to scale your business when you capture what these systems are, and then you have a back-end process like this program here to do it. So we talked about sites, how you can build your funnels, websites, memberships. We're talking about automations. Under the marketing tab here, Go HighLevel now is tying in with your social media. So if you want to build out all of your social media postings, then you can set it up so that it will automatically get sent. So what else can this all-in-one program do? Up here, notice calendars. So you can have specific calendars. So here is a calendar for my clients who want to book a 90-minute session with me. So you can set up as many calendars as you want. You can set them up for 15-minute, 30, 90, whatever you want. You can restrict. So maybe you only want to meet with your one-to-one clients on Tuesday and Wednesday. So you can just make the rest of the days unavailable on this particular calendar. When they book that appointment, they get the reminder emails and all of that. Okay, so let's just do a super quick recap here. So we talked about what would you use Go HighLevel / Funnel Gorgeous / Rainmaker / any of these other companies that use it. So one, you'll use it for your funnels, websites, and your membership courses. Okay. Two, you can build your automations that will make your life so much easier when you add these automations going in the background. Three, you can have multiple calendars so that you can just automate all of that. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is the CRM feature of Go HighLevel. So CRM is the client relationship management tool. Let me turn this off and we'll get into that. Let me come back up here. So again, over on the left here is where we find everything. And notice that we have a tab here called Contacts. So on the Contacts, and hopefully I'm not sharing too much private data here, but let me just open up this. This is a true contact management system, allows you to, one, capture all of their contact details. It's very rich. You can decide to segment as far as how these people come into your world. You can add all kinds of details. This is where you can add tags so you know that, okay, this person purchased this program or they booked a call. You can add them to the different workflows or the different automations. We'll talk about the opportunities in a minute. This particular one doesn't have any conversation, it's just a test one, but you can also track any of the conversations. So you could send an email right within this, just to this person. You could send them a text message. You could do whatever you wanted here. You can also, over here on the far right, you can assign tasks maybe to a team member or a VA or to yourself. You can write detailed notes. So maybe you meet with this client once a week. You can put all of the notes about that. And then any appointments that they have. So everything is under one window, so to speak. So that's what makes the CRM so robust. There's a lot of other things you can do. You can create what we call smart list. So maybe somebody's subscribed to a campaign of yours and you want to see everybody that's just in that campaign. And then bulk actions, you could quick send a quick email to everyone that signed up for that lead magnet or whatever. So very powerful. And actually, Go HighLevel, I think the very first foot in the market was the CRM aspect. And then as they continued to work, they realized that there's all these other pieces of your business that you need. So they started adding that functionality. All right, so that is part of the contacts. Now let's hop over to opportunities. Now, opportunities and pipelines up here is basically, it's a way of tracking your leads. So what do I mean by that? If you are in the sales business and let's say you're visiting companies and you had, we're talking like high ticket types of things, or you might have a coaching program where you invite people for a consultation call, then you invite them to apply and all of that. So in these different pipelines, you can create multiple pipelines, but basically you're just tracking. So let's say you're running a special campaign to get people to sign up for your group program and you invite people at the end of the webinar, for instance, to apply. So once they apply, remember the automations, you could build an automation on the back end that moves them on the pipeline that the application was received. Then you could build another automation over here that once you've reviewed that and you've accepted it, it moves them to the next category. If maybe someone's not a good fit, you might move them to the rejected. And you can change all of these based on the flow that you want. What's nice about using the opportunities and pipelines is it gives you that little kind of like a spreadsheet so you can see where these leads are. Now, let me just say this. For the majority of coaches, online coaches out there, I mean, unless you're dealing with hundreds of applications or super high priced program, we're talking $10,000, $20,000. Do you need to get this granular in tracking things? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think you need to be tracking every single person that opts in for a lead magnet. Basically, you would just handle that under the email. But what I'm doing is just pointing out all of the different components of this all-in-one program. So you're probably seeing the big picture here that there's lots of things you can do with it. Now, coming down here on the left-hand side, when we click on payments, now there's a way that you can send invoices, you can have orders, subscriptions, coupons, products. And so this is where you basically set up your quote unquote product to sell. So right now I'm running a Black Friday special. My business strategy session is only $100. Usually it's $250. So I create the product or that gateway, and then I can tie this into a funnel page that I'm making. I could even share the link and then people can pay. All right. It uses Stripe and PayPal. I think they're looking at other payment gateways that you can tie in with that also. So you can see how robust all of these different all-in-one applications are. So let's just do another quick little recap here. So again, We have our funnels, websites, etc. Okay. Memberships. I can type here. And we had our, what was the next thing that I talked about? We had our automations. I might not be doing these in the same order, but that's okay. You can have multiple calendars. Um, and with the automations, I like to say automation slash workflows. Okay. So again, I just want you to think of the if then. Okay. If then, if this happens, then do that. All right. So then we have our calendars. We have our pipelines, which basically will track. Um, I'm just going to say those leads. You don't have to do this for all because you can just quickly look into your CRM. So again, the CRM, it's a way of managing all of your contacts. So you could quickly create a smart list and see everybody that's opted into a certain campaign. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, and then I talked about the products. And then I'm just going to say the payment gateway. Okay, because if you're going to sell something, you need a way that people can pay you and you can get the money. So you have that. Now, this is just scratching the surface of what you can do in these programs. If you're new to an all-in-one, and here's the deal. I tell people that there's not necessarily only one program that's a best fit for everyone. If you're looking at using an all-in-one program, I invite you to jump on a call with me. And there's a few other programs out there that I support and I love also. Based on what you're trying to do in your business and where you're going, Go HighLevel / Funnel Gorgeous may or may not be the best program for you. We would just have to see what you're trying to accomplish. Do I feel that using an all-in-one program is a good investment? Absolutely. So if you were going to open a B2B, regular brick and mortar business, there's a few things that you would have to invest in upfront. You would need some kind of a cash register, some kind of a system that runs your sales, right? And hopefully some kind of a system to keep track with all your customers. So that's what these all-in-one programs do. So if you're new, just starting out, just recognize that you have to invest in a few tools to get you started. Now, there is a learning curve. It doesn't matter which program you use. Again, when I have a little chat with people, that's something else that we factor in, what their tech level is, how comfortable, how much time they're willing to invest, what they're trying to accomplish and when. And it always boils down to the issue of time and money. One will correct the other. Okay. If that makes sense, if you have the money and you're in a hurry, then sometimes it makes sense to have somebody build the back end. That's one thing that I help people with. Or if you have a little bit of the time and you want to get the knowledge of how the engine works, then it would make sense that you would invest the time and money to actually build these things yourself. And that's one thing I do in my 3-month program. It's called the 20K Code Program, where we build the back-end engine of your business so that you are getting leads every day. You have a simple way of selling your program, and you have, I call it the CEO mindset, that you can actually grow a business so that you can hit those 20K months. And it really doesn't take that much when you build a signature program. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you, this 10,000 foot view of how to use Go HighLevel / Funnel Gorgeous / Rainmaker and all the other systems out there that's using the white label program. Reach out if you'd like to have a quick little conversation, and let's see how I can help you get your business to the next level.